Hi, my name is Brady. Today I wanted to talk about my life, the struggles that I've had, um, why I decided to start my weight loss journey, and how my weight loss journey is going right now. Um, I should start off by saying, born a heavy set kid, like 9 pounds, 10 ounces, and I've always been heavy set, fat, obviously. When I was a kid, I liked to play football, so I did play football for a long time. Even in when like the pee-wee, like the little kids playing football, before you even really know how to play, all you're really doing is running the ball back and forth. That was really probably the most active I was back then. Then as I grew up, I continued to play football throughout school, and I ended up playing until about my 9th grade year, and the season had just started. Before we played a game, I ended up tearing my meniscus in my left leg or my left knee, and having to get surgery on that. I just decided not to play again after that. But throughout school, I moved around a lot. I was born in Mississippi. Later, I moved around like 3 times there, and then eventually I moved to Ohio, where I live now. Been to 3 separate schools, so met a lot of people, made lots of friends. That was something that was easy to me. I was a very social person. I could talk to just about anybody. I enjoy talking to people. I did pretty well in school. I was pretty smart. I didn't really have to try too hard. I never really studied at all. It all just kind of was there when I took a test or anything like that. Kind of knew it. Doesn't mean I did amazing in school. It's just that I never had to study because I made passing grades every time. And then 2020, COVID hit. I did online school that year, did not go to public school. Did not want to risk it because my dad was having health problems, and I was afraid if I got COVID, he'd get COVID and it'd make it worse. He did eventually get COVID, but he's okay. Well, he was okay. So that was my sophomore year, and then junior year I went back to like the public schools every day. Did that for that year. I was also doing college credit plus classes at a different school, or like another campus, because it was 2 separate deals, for the culinary program. By that time I had my first job. I was working at a beer barrel. It was pretty good. I still can't eat there to this day because I just can remember the smell of every night coming home, and just because I made pizzas, and I could just remember the pizza sauce smell and everything. It just haunts me. It makes me sick to try to eat there anymore. Getting to the end of my junior year, I got a different job at an actual restaurant, like not a chain restaurant or anything, but like an actual restaurant. Great people, great atmosphere. I worked in the pantry, so I made like salads, desserts. I restocked things, stuff like that. Up until then, I didn't really think about like, I knew I was fat. I knew that but I wasn't really thinking about like the health problems and the health complications that could bring about. I always thought I was lucky because I never got like that. I was never told that I had like pre-diabetes. I never told every time I had blood work done or an EKG, they were all okay. There was nothing really wrong with it. For someone like my size, it was better. Like it wasn't as bad as they would think it would be for someone my size. So I was always okay. Senior year, I went back to online school because by that time my dad had started having strokes and heart attacks. Sorry. He was having strokes and heart attacks. And he needed to go to dialysis because his kidney was failing. Because my family has a ton of like history of health complications like heart problems, diabetes, kidney failure. That's what my dad has. He has kidney failure, so he has to go to he has kidney failure, so he has to go to dialysis to they take his blood out, they filter it, get the water and all the bad things out that his kidney can't do anymore, and they pump it back in. So in my senior year, I stayed home and I did that. I did still go to the College Credit Plus like classes because they were about 9 to 12, and I'd go and I'd get him from dialysis and come home or something like that. Not all the time, because I know for a long time he was in the hospital. And I'd get done with classes, I'd get in my car, I'd go to the hospital, sit there for a while, and then come back and do my online school. And then eventually he came back home. I switched to a different job after I got out of school. I graduated, and then I was just never wanted to move out, because if I moved out and something were to happen to him, I'd feel terrible because I know I'd be there to do something for him. Last night, actually, he thought he was having a heart attack, and I had to rush him to the hospital. Luckily, we don't think he was having one, but he goes to the heart doctor today to find out if he really was or not. I started working for the YMCA. I'd work mornings and then get done around 9. I'd go in at like 6 until 9. Get off. Then I'd get him from dialysis. He does different times. I think back then it was like around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. And then I'd go back. It was probably like 2 o'clock, because at 3 o'clock I'd go back to work until 6, and then I'd come home again. That was when I kind of started thinking about it. When I started working with the kids and stuff like that, I was like, I couldn't move as good as I wanted to or as I used to, because back when I used to play football, I'd put on weight in the off season, but then I'd lose it. And so I lose weight when I started playing football again. So it kind of equaled itself out, or, it was a good balance back then. At least I was getting some exercise. But after that, like, I started slipping. It just kept getting bigger and bigger. And so end of 2023, by the time I had already graduated and I started the YMCA, it was like November, December, I started checking my weight and stuff. Realized I was about 435 pounds. That was the biggest I've ever known to be like at all. And then I started back then trying to lose weight, and about like March. So it was like end of December when I decided to start losing weight. February, March, I ended up going on a trip and then stopped doing it. I just had no motivation to keep going. But by that time, I had lost like 50 pounds or something close to 45, 50 pounds. I was at 380. So I was making good progress, but like there was no motivation to keep going. And so I stopped. Ended up quitting at the YMCA just because, like I said, I was talking about making culinary career. I only started working there because they had a program to pay for my schooling, and then it never really happened. So there was no reason to keep working there, making like $11 an hour. I had a friend that I went to school with, worked at Beer Barrel with. He was working at UPS, and one day I just messaged him, and like the next week, it was on the trip that I stopped doing my weight loss, that I texted him and started working at UPS the next week. And I just stopped. I was because I was working at that point. I was working a physical labor job. I was just tired. I just stopped worrying about it. I guess it's a good thing that I started working there because it kept me around the same weight. I only gained like 18 pounds, which is a lot now that I'm saying that out loud, but it's not 50 that I had lost. Started working there. That's where I'm working now. I work night shifts, and then my day now is literally I wake up around 10:30, 12, anywhere from 10:30 to 12 o'clock. I'll go get my dad from dialysis on the days he goes, or if he's not there and he needs something, he'll probably call me. That's what I usually wake up to, is a phone call. I'll go get him, go do what he needs. I may fix breakfast then, or I'll wait till a little bit later. I intermittent fast, so I'll eat lunch, then I'll go until about 5, 6 o'clock, and I'll cook my dinner. I eat like the same things every day. It's about chicken and eggs for chicken and eggs and veggies for lunch, and chicken and veggies for dinner. Pretty much the same thing every night. And some sauces, but I try to keep them low because they add up. I eat I try to keep it under 2,000, but it's usually less than 1,500 calories, which is really not that bad. For me, it's sustainable because I've been doing it for a little while now. In the beginning, it wasn't. I just had to get used to it because at first I was really snacky, so I just stopped going downstairs. Most of my days just spent upstairs, then working out, doing videos, and trying to get those out. I try to post short every day, but it doesn't always happen, but I do try to. My struggles, I grew up, my family's overweight, obviously, health problems. My dad, diabetic. He broke his foot, didn't know it, and it healed back, and he has a Charcot foot. Then his other foot, he had to get his big toe chopped off on it, but then it wouldn't heal correctly, so then they chopped off all of his toes, and then they chopped off his heel, and then they chopped off like a little bit below the knee, and he's got a prosthetic now. He's pretty much wheelchair most bound most of the time. His other foot's the Charcot foot, so it doesn't really work that well. He's had strokes and heart attacks and everything like that. Kidneys failed. I think he was in stage 4 of kidney failure. My mom's side, she's got her dad died of congestive heart failure, things like that. I have 4 sisters. One of them was diagnosed pre-diabetic. A different one, guys. My dad has type 2 diabetes. One of my sisters has type 1. Don't know the difference. Type 2, your body still produces some insulin, and then type 1 or type 2, type 1, your body doesn't produce it at all. So I got lucky. Never been anything like that. No health really scares. It's the reason I really wanted to start this was because, I see my dad in the state he is now compared to what he used to be. It hurts a little bit. And then, so what really got me to start making videos was talking to my friend. That was the reason why I started working at UPS. I was talking to him about it, and he told me I might just start making videos about this. And then I just kept thinking about it and was like, yeah, that's a good idea. It'll keep me responsible and keep me on the right track. Just knowing that I need to get a video out every day, or try to get a video out every day. So props to him. It's my weight loss journey. So like I said, I've stopped and started. I'm doing okay now. I wish I have lost more, but I'm down like 13 pounds in about a month of uploading, because there was a time when I had stopped because some things were going on. I also wanted to start my weight loss journey, just in hoping that if someone came across them, that they would be like, oh, I can relate. I should start. I should do better. I should try to be better. Things like that. I wanna influence someone, even if it's just one person, to try to make their lives a little bit better. I waited 19 years, almost 20, to start mine. I'm now like 384, 85 right now, and 6'2". I'm a pretty big dude. Obviously not the biggest, but but my weight loss journey is far from over. I still want to hopefully touch people, be able to influence their lives, and be able to maybe help them, give them some insight about my life, what I'm going through, and hopefully be able to help someone with that. If you liked the video, you want to see some more of this, give it a like, subscribe, comment saying you want to see more of this. I don't know if this video does well, I might try to upload a long video every week or every other week or something like that, maybe on the weekends. If it's not something that does well, but some people really still want to see it, I might still upload them. But with that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.